It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
We're coming at you from the Verizon Center in beautiful Washington. And before they want grit and toughness, David. Thank you. Steve, when you reach this midway point of the season, our teams look. Looking forward to the All-Star break as a chance to get some rest.
I think so, Kevin. But there are some teams that are steamrolling right into the All-Star break. They're playing well. You want to keep playing, but I think every team needs some rest. And what I love now is longer breaks in the All-Star break, giving the guys a few more extra days.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls, McDermott and Mirotic, the sharpshooting forwards. Rose is the one with Butler as the two. And it's Hickson in at the five. Down low. Outside DeRozan. And there's the feed to Jang. The 8-footer. Hickson grabs the board. Here's Chicago. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
They really made their presence felt down low. No easy buckets down there. He is definitely a very clever player who keeps the defense on their toes.
Rose kicks to Hickson. Back to Rose. 5 on the clock. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose. That's a 2 from Butler. He's off on that one. Wall with some nice D. Up top to Rosen. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Hawks in Atlanta. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Nikola Mirotic is one of those guys you wait and wait for just to break out. He's a stretch four that can really knock down a lot of threes. He can be dangerous. We just wait for him to have that breakout season.
The kick out to Wall. Back to Nene. It's stolen by Rose. Hickson dishes to Mirotic. McDermott passes to Mirotic. Rose up on top, covered by Wall. Rose, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And another miss by Washington. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Wizards.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Wall is screen on Mirotic. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And it's blocked by DeRozan.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it.
And checking out some numbers for Wall. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in assists. And of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Washington. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Wizards trail by 4. Morris outside. Pass to Dang. And another miss by Washington. Bulls have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Butler kicks to Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Rose has got 6. Rose has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Rosen dishes the Wall. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And you look at John Wall, perhaps the only thing as fast as his feet are his hands.
And it shows up in his career steal numbers. I mean, Wall is always good to come away with a handful of takeaways every game.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bielitsa, he checks in for Jen. Terrence Ross comes in for Barnes. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for John Wall. It's Bielitsa, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Johnson. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And there's the pass to Bielitsa. Wade with no one around. Nice shot from the wing. Wade's got his first points of the game.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
And a guy who seems to improve.
It's crazy because I never thought that.
It's hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
In reality, they can get those burner shots anytime they want to. Instead, they are really zipping it around and getting good, high-quality shots from all over the floor.
So for Chicago right now, Butler and McDermott are out on the perimeter. Portis is out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Smith in at the 1. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, "It's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll." And Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, become one of the best at it in the game.
Very efficient, D.A. Thanks. Wizards making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Jennings against Smith. Jennings passes to Muscala. Comes up empty down low.
I like the aggressiveness, but against that type of defensive pressure, he's out of his element.
And that one's good by Butler. Well, they say it's a copycat league. I think every pro sport is like this, but we still see a lot of different approaches to offense. Anything that catches your eye in the way that offenses are run now, or any particular team's style that you think is just terrific?
Well, I think the style right now is when you have 5 guys in motion, when you have space on the floor, and guys are cutting and moving without the basketball. Isolation basketball, I think, pretty much is not the way you can win a championship.
It's dead, and it's tough. Number one, it's difficult to be continually successful in those ISOs.
And easy to guard. I mean, one guy, all eyes on him. He's trying to make the play and go through multiple guys. That's hard.
Yeah. There's the pick. Shoots off the screen. That shot off. And it's Chicago the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Goes up on the high post. Rebounded by the Wizards. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. That misses off the backboard. The Bulls leading by 7. Wing shot on the way. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Wizards have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Ross kicks to Muscala. No good that time. Good D by Johnson. The Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
The one thing the Bulls can hang their hat on is rebounding. They've always been one of the best rebounding teams in this league. Last season was no different for them.
Here's Butler. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And taken away by Johnson. Butler goes in. Excellent D from Wade. And the Bulls were 3rd in the NBA in rebounding last season. They are just so good, Steve, at closing out possessions on the defensive end.
Yeah, you said it best. Defensively, they do a nice job. But when you start talking about defense, you got to finish it with a rebound. They thrive in rebounding the basketball. They have guys at every position. They want to get their hands dirty.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Butler. Pass to Portis. Johnson dishes to Smith. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 3. Butler. Smith with a wide open look. There's Portis. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And you can see one team is working hard on the glass and the other not.
For 3. And it will go. And the Bulls lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from DeRozan.
Look at the focus in DeRozan's eyes on that shot. A guy right in his...
And so that brings
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago? All right, that is going to wrap.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Yeah, the change has to be double teaming him. Single coverage will not get it done.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. All out there at DeRozan. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Nene. And it's Jang in at the center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
Harrison Barnes as a stretch 4. You don't think of him as a stretch 4, but he does whatever the team needs. When you slide into the 4 spot, he has no problem guarding the bigger players at that position.
And Wall kicks to DeRozan. He feeds it to Jang. The 8-footer. Got a hand on it.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
But he stays with it. Here's Rose, rejected by Wall, and they get it back. Dishes to Butler. He shoot again, and no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
They've struggled so far here in the third, hitting just 1 of 4 from the field.
The Bulls leading by 8. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Jang. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene.
And he... Here's a look at some numbers for Derrick Rose. How he performed last season. He put in about 16 points a game last year. 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Chicago. outside Rose. Here's Johnson, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Hey, Smitty, you won an NBA title with the Spurs back in 2003. Do you feel that changed how you approached the game after you won that championship?
Yeah, it does, Kevin. You get a chance to understand how hard it takes to win a championship. But I think also when you lose in like in a Western or Eastern Conference, you understand these moments are valuable. And your career could be long, but really it's so short trying to win a championship.
Do people treat you differently once you are a champion as compared to prior to a championship win?
I think you treat yourself different. You stick your chest out a little bit different. But I think also, you know, you want to win. Sometimes you want individual awards, but it's good to win a championship, just like winning a gold medal.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
DeRozan against Butler. Johnson in the corner. Goes up on the wing. That's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Bulls third.
Their big man did a tremendous job grabbing rebounds, but to be fair, their rebounding was a total team effort. Everybody chipped in.
Knocks down the three ball. Now just a three-point Chicago lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda. And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful who gets around the rim.
Wall against Rose. Left side, Wall. The dish to DeRozan. To the paint. It's tipped. Gibson with the steal. Now here's Rose. The fast break opportunity. From deep three-point range. Gibson passes to Rose. Expanding his range. No good on the buzzer beater. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Wizards trail by 5. So for Chicago right now, they've got Hickson. Ish Smith is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the power forward position. Smith dishes to Mirotic. Cross with the steal. Oh, and here comes Wall all alone. And Wall with the slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena.
The shot's good from Smith. Well, the Wizards shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. And Wall kicks to Zhang. It's stolen by Hickson. And here we go. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Hickson. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
Well, this is where Derrick Rose is at his best. So talented of being able to draw contact and finish.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just cannot quantify.
Well, I'm going to quantify something right now, Greg. This is a close game, and that was something special. Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Here's Wall, out to Wade. And the wide open shot from Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Nice read by Dwayne Wade. Beautiful.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Definitely. He saw some stuff he didn't like out there, and I think taking this time to calm his guys down is the right call.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Wizards. Chicago also making some changes. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Gibson. As Jimmy Butler coming in for Ish Smith. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
The Bulls leading by 4. Butler passes to Hickson, and Hickson throws it down.
That's great court vision by Jimmy Butler. Really seeing the court well.
Rose against Wall. He dishes it to Morris. To the inside. Jang inside. He's against Hickson, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Here's Rose. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Last thing you want to see from the defense is Derrick Rose starting to find a rhythm with his shot.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Wade kicks to Morris. Looking for Jang. He gets it there. Barnes dishes to Wall. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
What a time for him to step up. Big three right there.
That's what you have to do. Clutch shots, clutch shooters, they come through in those positions.
Hickson a screen. Rose kicks to McDermott. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
Here's Wall. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Mirotic, a screen on Wade. Butler kicks to McDermott. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Rose. Morris with the rebound. And Jang kicks to Wall. Barnes passes to Wall. Here's Dang. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Wow, you know he's got to be beside himself. Terrible unforced error.
And so the big win by Chicago.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, Derek. That's going to do it for our